اعوذ بالله من الشیطان الرجیم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. الحمد لله رب العالمین والصلاة والسلام علی سیدنا محمد و آله الطاهرین. و علی آله الطیبین الطاهرین الهداة المهدیین، لا سیما بقیة الله حجة ابن الحسن المهدی، روحی و ارواح العالمین له الفداء. Inshallah, in this session we are going to talk about Islamic Mysticism or Irfan. The topics and the titles that inshallah we are going to discuss briefly is first about definition of Irfan. What is Irfan? What's the meaning of Irfan? And also what's the meaning of mysticism or Islamic mysticism? And also the meaning of Sufism, which almost many of the times they are used for the same meaning. Sometimes they say Sufism, sometimes they say Irfan. But we have to know the meaning of each one of these words. And then we go to the types. There are two types of Irfan, theoretical and practical Irfan. Irfan nazari, Irfan amali. Then we talk about major realms of Irfan, methodology and terminology. These are under the title of definition of Irfan. What is Irfan? And then we go to the historical development of Irfan. And finally, I raise this question that what is the goal of an Arif? Or what is the purpose or aim of Irfan? So we can briefly say in one sentence that this is the goal and end and conclusion of Irfan in Islamic mysticism. So first we have a definition and the meaning of Irfan. And tonight I think we start with Muhammad. We have many Muhammad. Yes. First Muhammad.
Irfan, Islamic mysticism. Irfan, also spelled Irfan, literally means knowing. Sometimes it is transliterated as Irfan. It is used to refer both to Islamic mysticism as well as the attainment of direct spiritual knowledge. In the latter sense, it is often translated in English as gnosis. The term gnosis, Irfan, like another term of the same family, ma'arifa, also translated as gnosis, literally means knowledge, but its technical meaning is specific to knowledge of a certain kind which can be achieved neither through the senses nor physical experience, nor through reason or narration, but rather is acquired by inner experiences, intuition, and interior unveilings, kashf and shuhud. Then these are generalized to some propositions which describe these intuitions and unveilings. The scholar who elaborates this kind of inner experiences is called an arif, or a.
Yes, in Islamic literature.
In Islamic literature, the term Irfan refers specifically to the discipline of mystical knowledge within religious teachings. Therefore, Irfan, Islamic mysticism, is one of the disciplines that originated within the realm of Islamic culture and developed there to attain a high level of sophistication. But before we can begin to discuss Irfan, we must realize that it can be approached from two viewpoints, the social and the academic. In view of the distinction, the Gnostics, when referred to as belonging to a certain academic discipline, are called urafa, and when we refer to as a social group, are generally called Sufis, mutasawwir. The expression Sufism, tasawwuf, which according to the most likely possibility is derived from the word suf, wool, meaning wearing woolen garments, which symbolizes the hard life far from comforts and hedonism, is more appropriately used for practical gnosis, as the term gnosis, Irfan, is more appropriate to theoretical gnosis.
Okay, when you say Irfan, originally comes from Arafa. Arafa comes from Ma'rifa, and Ma'rifa means knowledge. But today when we say Irfan, it is not only knowledge, it's a specific science. And the most important thing in this science is that the knowledge and the ilm that we are discussing in this discipline or in this science is what we call inner science or inner experience, not through reason and argumentation and concepts. It is through intuition or shuhud or kashf. So Irfan is based on a very specific knowledge, which is we call al-ilm al-huduri, or knowledge by presence. So this knowledge by presence is everything in Irfan. If you give this knowledge by presence from Irfan, you have nothing in mysticism. So all the times when we talk about Irfan, it talks about intuitive experience or intuition or shuhud or kashf, which goes inside human being, not from outside. Because whatever comes from outside, this ilm is not direct ilm, it is indirect ilm. When I have, for example, a knowledge to this table or this book or pencil, whatever, it goes to my eyes, for example. My brain takes a concept, mafhum, and then I have knowledge, I have ilm, I know there is a book over there. So it is not a direct knowledge, because ma'loom, which is known, is outside of me. It is not inside. But ilm is inside. So there is a difference between ma'loom and ilm. Inshallah, in the discussion of logic and mantiq, we talk more about this. What's the difference between ilm and ma'loom and all these things? But when in Irfan, when we talk about ilm and ma'loom, both are inside. It is not from outside. If an arif talking about himself, talking about Allah, talking about other things, his knowledge is only from intuition, from internal experience, not external experience. So it's very important in Irfan. When we talk about Irfan, we have to keep in our mind that Irfan is a knowledge about a person from inside, not from outside. And also, when we talk about tasawwuf originally comes from suf. Suf means wool. And maybe because Darawish and Mutasawwifa used to wear a special dress which is from wool, they call them tasawwuf or Sufi. But some other people says, no, tasawwuf comes from Safi, not Suf, comes from Saf. Saf means pure and clean. And because they clean, they make themselves pure and clean, so we call them Sufi. But anyway, usually today, especially today, when they talk about Islamic mysticism, they say tasawwuf, or they say Irfan. Actually, we have some concerns about this kind of usage, because personally I don't agree with this kind of usage, that all the time we cannot say Irfan is tasawwuf, tasawwuf is Irfan. No, it is wrong. But anyway, today when you go to academic level, or you go to some research or books or sites, you see tasawwuf, Sufi and Irfan, the same. But it's not the same. Some scholars says, okay, because Irfan has two parts, Irfan has two types. Inshallah, we'll discuss more about these two types. One type of Irfan is practical Irfan. Irfan